is up everyone? Welcome back to the channel and another sketching video. So I've been getting some questions on Instagram recently, beck.design, link down below, about drawing in perspective. I mean, if that is what the people want, that is what the people will get. You've seen the thumbnail, you've heard my intro. Today's video is all about perspective sketching and using methods such as creating to create designs. Basically, let's hop right in. So the main types of 3D sketching are perspective and isometric sketching. And if you don't know the difference, don't worry, I'm going to run through those very quickly now. And yes, I am going to cheat. Boom, 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 boom. So this is a classic example of an isometric shape, in this case a cube, where each side is an equal length and all these corresponding edges are actually parallel. These have their uses in design. What are their uses in design? What is the point of isometric shapes? Oh, I should know that. But for the purpose of your normal design sketching, this is kind of disgusting. So we're going to get rid of that, and instead, this is what you should be using. This is what we are going to be learning how to do today. Where is my Rubik's Cube? I do have one, but not right now, it would seem. So this is my substitute Rubik's Cube. I'm probably accidentally promoting this company now, but hey, Event Engineering, if you're watching, you're welcome. You know what? I'm gonna fix this situation. Improvise, adapt, overcome, right? You'd never know the difference. So it helps to kind of visualize the whole perspective thing if when you look straight down on this very square, even grid, all the lines are in that perfect grid shape. The more you turn it, you'll see that the two middle lines here actually look like they're getting closer together. And as for these two lines here going along the shape this way, as you turn it, it's not too extreme, but you'll notice that the gap between the 2 points on this face actually looks wider than the gap between the 2 points on this face. Now that could just be my terrible drawing, but the lines actually seem to be going like that. And then looking from this angle, the gap between these 2 points here seems to be smaller than the gap between these 2 points here. So you'll notice that it seems to almost taper to a point. And that is due to vanishing points that we will be talking about today. So all that being said, let's jump right into some sketching. And of course, feel free to follow along, pause it if you need to. And yeah, let's jump right in. So I'm just going to be using a 0.3 black fineliner, and I'm going to cheat and use a ruler because why not? So when you first start drawing in perspective, it's quite helpful to actually draw your horizon line with your vanishing points on the page. So I am just going to go ahead and do that. And these points here, right at the edges of my line, are going to be my vanishing points. And all that means is that any lines I draw for this, I'm going to be drawing a cube, need to be going through these points. I tend to start with just the center kind of point. Where's my stress cube gone? Here it is. So I'm going to be going for looking at the cube from kind of this perspective. So we're going to be seeing a bit of this face, bit of this face, and a bit of this face. So once you've sort of got your center line, you're wanting to put every single line through a vanishing point. So once you've got that, these are the two side faces, and this will be the top face. So from here, you almost want to kind of estimate it as to where you want your shape to end. So I'm going for a roughly a cube shape. I'm going to say about here. And then this has given us 2 more points here, which we can go ahead and then join straight up to the vanishing points. And you'll notice, as I do so, that that forms our cube. So this time I'm going to draw 3 cubes. I'm going to draw one very similar to what I just did from this kind of view, one from this kind of view, and one where you can see the underneath. So this is where the vanishing points come in again. All the lines going in this direction will converge at one vanishing point. All these lines will converge at the opposite vanishing point on the other side. So to kind of help visualize that, I'm actually going to draw a horizontal line which will work as our horizon line. Anything above the horizon line, you'll be looking at the underneath of it. Anything below it, you'll be looking at the top face. And what you notice here is that because the top face and the bottom of the face of the cube are either side of the horizon line, we don't actually see any of the top face or any of the bottom face. So moving on to the top cube, always using those same vanishing points. Another thing to point out is that the further away from the horizon line that you get, the more extreme the shape becomes. So there'll be a lot sharper point on this point here than on this point, purely because this point here is further away from the horizon line. So now because this cube is completely above the horizon line, we are going to see that bottom face. That's kind of the view that we're going for. And there's your bottom face. Now this bottom cube is going to be pretty much a mirror along the horizon line of this cube here, where we're looking at it from this kind of angle. And again, finishing off with that top face, which is actually partially concealed by the cube above it. I say cube, it's not very cubey today, but we're doing our best. So that's pretty much it for drawing cubes in perspective. Hopefully you found that helpful. If you'd like to see a product design application of this, stick around because I'm going to be doing that now. So now we've covered the basics of perspective sketching, we are now going to apply it to a design situation.
My heart rages around like an ocean in my head. I can almost feel you walking in the distance, but I know that it's not reality. If you are echoing around inside these parallel dimensions.
So I hope you found that helpful. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And of course, if you did enjoy the video, be sure to drop a like down below, drop a dislike if you didn't. And there is a little subscribe button down there if you really enjoyed the content and you want to see more. And if you did give any of this a go, make sure you tag me at beck.design on Instagram so that I can share your work. That's it from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.